What happened was when I got off of birth control in August of 2022, I had also lost like 8 pounds in like 6 days. The way that I knew something was wrong is the years of stuff that my body has been through, that I have put it through this in the thick of it, right now. Okay, round two, because I filmed this before and the audio was terrible. It was like a super annoying buzzing sound. So necessary wait, and it made round two, do this again. Hopefully it works. Yeah. Anyways, well, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have been wanting to record this for a while. I haven't had the courage or had the words, because I think I've just had a fear of judgment. Can't control what people are going to think, what they're going to say, and I've just felt like not sharing it is better. And the more that I've been navigating this myself, I just feel like there's a reason. Like, there's a reason I'm going through this, but I also really feel like it's for me to help other people with. And I wanted to just be able to share my journey while I'm going through it, while I'm in the thick of it. To not just share it when I'm on the other side, right? Like, I think we can connect and understand people when we feel like we're in it with them and we know that we're not alone. And so I know that that's something that's always helped me in my journey and has gotten me through really hard times. And so yeah, hopefully sharing this could help somebody else. If not, maybe it just brings some awareness as well. About 4 years ago, I got off birth control and I was still competing, but I had been on birth control for about 6-7 years. And honestly, I didn't know much about it. I wasn't put on it for like the reason that it's used for, I guess. I was put on it for like hormonal fluctuations. And honestly, it was during my eating disorder, and I was getting like a lot of breakouts and whatever. And honestly, that probably came from malnutrition. That probably came from my body pretty much fighting me in some way. And then I was just like, okay, well, everybody's on it, so why wouldn't I? And I was super embarrassed and self-conscious about it as well. So I'm like, okay, if this is gonna help me, I'm gonna take it. And I was probably like 18, 19, so I didn't know better. Anyway, that was back in like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2016. So I also think that not many people were really talking about birth control then. It was like that was like what everybody was taking. If you weren't on it, something's wrong with you, you know? So fast forward, I was on it for like 6 or 7 years. And I remember it was like the hardest prep I've ever had. My body was fighting me. I was having such a hard time dieting, and I know that came from other things. I know that came from like the bulk that I was in, and I definitely put on extra body fat. I definitely was eating too much, and I didn't need to be eating that much. Like, there's so much wrapped into that season of mine. But I remember my body, like, I was on birth control and I was having the cycles. Like, I was so diligent with it. I'm the type of person who is not going to miss it. Like, I'm going to be spot on with everything, especially if I'm in prep too. Like, I'm going to be spot on. And so the way that I knew something was wrong was because I had already had my period, like fake period, whatever that you have on birth control. And then it was my show day, and I definitely was not ready. It was just a horrific time, but I remember feeling so bloated, so like cramps, whatever. Like, I had not felt that in a long time. And I had like just had my period the week before, and then I had like spotting that day, and I'm like, what? This is so weird. This makes no sense. I'm also on birth control. Like, I just like knew something was wrong. And obviously, like, your body is trying to tell you something in that situation as well. And I had also lost like 8 pounds in like 6 days, literally. That's how like dramatic we had taken my protocol. And I was probably eating like 20 grams of fat, like under 60 grams of carbs. Like, I remember I was eating like no carbs. Like my last meal was egg whites and I was putting cinnamon on it so I could get my little sweet treat in. Very unhealthy stuff. And so my body was like freaking out. So that's how I knew something was definitely off. And I remember also just being so miserable that day, not feeling good in my show. And also I didn't really do well, whatever. Then I ended up not using that coach. I switched coaches literally after that show. I actually met my coach at that show. And then he was like, okay, we are doing way too much. We need to like reverse up your intake. In the next 8 weeks, I dropped like another 8 pounds, but I was eating more food. And so like I knew, okay, now I'm giving my body what it needs. But I remember at the end of that prep, I was like, you know what? I want to get off of birth control. And I had just like seen so many things. This was 2022. So this was like when a lot of people were saying like this stuff that they had been through and how it wasn't great for you. And I was like, and also, okay, this is maybe not like the best thing, but realize that the hormones that it pumps you with, the synthetic hormones, can actually make it harder to build muscle and lose body fat, and can also make it easier to just put on body fat. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I just want to get off of this. I wasn't even on it for any specific reason. Like, I was a very safe person in that aspect. And I was like, I don't want this. I don't need this. And I hadn't had like a regular period in so long. I also never really struggled with my period of like the symptoms and whatever. I'm like, why am I even on this? So I got off of it right when I was done competing in 2022. And then I remember like starting to get blood work. That's when all this journey started. And what happened was when I got off of birth control in August of 2022, it is now June of 2026. And I have not had a consistent period since. I have not had like a normal cycle since. And I think that I never wanted to share that. I only wanted to share after the fact. I only wanted to share getting through it, and especially because everybody and their mom is going to have something to say about it. And trust me, the past 4 years I have been through it. I have had the coaches, I have had the doctors, the specialist, acupuncturist, literally everything. I've had like 3 coaches since I even took my own hormonal classes. I've been literally getting labs every 6 to 12 weeks since then. I've gotten 2 Dutch tests, a GI map. I'm trying to think what else. How many supplements I've been taking? Unreal. It's like, why even eat food? You just take all the supplements. I think I just felt like I was too scared to admit that and share that because I thought that something was wrong with me. I was broken. I didn't know what I was doing because that was happening to me. And what I've come to realize is it's none of that. It's literally none of that. It's the years of stuff that my body has been through, that I have put it through, and it just doesn't feel fully safe. And I've had some of the most groundbreaking, I had some of the most hopeful experiences in the last month or two since. And it's been great. It's been really, really good. I've had really good signs, symptoms, even had a light period. So that's been so great. I've been turning a lot into pulling back in my journey, and it's been super, super hard, but super rewarding. And I think I thought that one day this was all going to just like click and I was going to be fixed and healed, and I just knew it. And the more I started to realize it wasn't going to be like that. And yes, I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been in the thick of it right now, because it's like I can feel it. I can feel that we're almost at the other end of it. But like I said, it's not one day. There's not going to be one instance that this is just fixed and whatever. It's also hormones, where it's like it goes like this. So I have actually felt some really, really good feelings and signs and symptoms, and I've had better blood work months, and then other months I haven't, and like, okay, maybe I wasn't sleeping that great. Like, there's so much that goes into it, and it's just like difficult. And like I said, I thought that there was going to be one thing that just like fixed it. And I could be like, hey guys, like, look, I'm cured. This is what I was going through. This is how I'm here now. Done deal. And it's like, no, that's not how it is. And I think that this is also speaks so much to the work that I do, because I work with so many women and none of their journeys are the same. Everything is so complex. And as simple as it is, that it's like, okay, if we feed ourselves, if we take care of our bodies, if we rest, if we also push our bodies too, if we go through all the seasons. And also I'm all about like your metabolism, your metabolic health, especially as like a woman, and especially as a woman who's been through the all or nothing, we can truly create that long-lasting balance, sustainability, and also be leaner. Like you can also maintain leaner. I think I felt like an imposter, a hypocrite kind of coming out there and saying that, because like I'm not where I want to be. I'm not my leanest, most comfortable. I'm not even at my most healthy, like thriving internally. But I know that I can be, and I know that this is just like part of my journey in getting there. And so the reason I really did want to share this is because I'm like 10 years into my journey. Like, one, I feel like I should know better. I'm a coach. I help people with this. I've helped people even get their periods back and maintain them, and then overall like change their whole body and overall health and mindset with food. And it's like the coolest, most rewarding thing ever. Like I love it so much. But like to think that I've been in this for this long, I think it's also kept me here. I think that I haven't wanted to take certain steps that are necessary. Me pulling back, me eating more, me gaining weight, me doing less, even just like less in life. Like I stress myself out so much by like adding more and more to my plate. It's like, hey, Lexi, like let's just take a step back and do a little bit less and see what happens, you know? Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's not be so serious about life. Like nothing is life or death. I think I also thought that I needed to like work my hardest to fix this, to make this happen, and then to be able to show everyone. And it's like, wait, maybe you actually just have to like let go a little bit and have more fun and pray more and turn into like your faith, because you're not in control of this. You're doing all the things that you can. And I literally have been doing this, and I'm definitely in a better spot, have more body fat on my body. I'm just trying to get my body to trust me again. And especially when it comes from this started years ago of restricting and all of that. It just takes a toll. It takes a toll on your body, on your mind, and sometimes you don't even realize it. Just because you're eating more food, just because you get to the body fat percentage, doesn't mean that you're healed, doesn't mean that your body realizes that. I just started reading the book, The Body Keeps Score, and it's just so true that like our bodies remember everything that we put it through, right? You don't go through years of driving your body into the ground and then you're just like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a month to just like go on vacation, be free with food, not track and whatever, and then your body's like healed and it trusts you again. Like, no, it's like, you did all of this to me. I'm not forgetting that, because our bodies are so smart and they also want to take care of us, but like they can't do that when we've tried to override them mentally, right? Like our bodies are really smart, but we have to be able to listen to them. And I have been tracking for over 8 years, and like very, very diligently. Like I've taken some intuitive days, you know, holidays, birthdays, like stuff like that, but I've always followed something. And just this week I've like had this thing in me, and I'm like, you know what, you need to take a step back. You need to just try it, right? You've been tracking for so long, you can practice not doing it. And that also is another like reinforcement to my body that's like, hey, I can trust you, or like you can trust me. I'm gonna give you food, and I'm not gonna just have to wait till this specific time, and this is the time that you can eat. And I'm slowly doing that. I will say I'm still very structured in that, because like that works for me. I'm very structured with my work, with my gym schedule, movement throughout the day. Like every single thing that I do, I'm very, very structured, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to get rid of it. I'm just trying to free up some of that space, free up some of that mental capacity as well. So like my body can thrive. And like I kind of said in the beginning of this, like I really believe that we can teach our bodies to like do less, eat more food, get leaner, and like maintain that. And I really believe that. And I want to be like the walking epitome of that. And I want to be able to share that because of what I've come from, because I've been so restricted, because I've been so extreme. And I know it's not just me. I know so many people do that. I know so many women struggle with that. And like, yeah, if I have to be uncomfortable, if I have to go through this phase, like so be it, because I don't want anybody to feel alone in that, but I also would love to save somebody from going through that. And there are days that I don't want to do it. There are days that I just would rather quit, would rather be like, yeah, let's just diet. Can I just do more cardio? Can I just eat less? Right now I'm training lifting 3 times a week. I'm eating about like 2,000 calories, and now I've just stopped tracking it. So we'll see. Definitely will track again in the future, but this is all just to allow my body to fully heal, and everybody's journey is different. I've had some really, really promising weeks recently, and like really, really good. And I'm going to fully believe that. I'm going to fully give my faith to that, because I honestly believe that I am healed, that like God has already healed me months ago, years ago. And it's just for me to fully believe that. I've held myself back. I know that. And I've known that I haven't fully believed it. I've been saying, oh, I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with my hormones. I'm trying to get them figured out, whatever. It's like, no. Let's just say I'm working on feeling my best. I'm working on being my most optimal. I do feel really good. I can have really good days. I can have bad days. Like, that's a duality of life, right? I think there's just like a lot of letting go in it, and just knowing that like I am already healed. This is just figuring itself out. Like, he is guiding me through this, and he's taking care of me, and my timing is my timing. So as much as I want it all figured out now, it's happening. It already is. And also, I would love to just be able to show that like you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to the extremes. I've done that. I wish I didn't. I needed to get here to understand that, but I also think so many people struggle with that I needed to be able to do that, to be able to understand people and understand how to help them even more. Huge disservice for me to not share that, to not share what I've gone through, to maybe save somebody from this, or to just help somebody not feel alone in it. Because like I said, everybody's journey is different, and it's not just because I was underweight for some time. It's not just because I was competing, had an eating disorder, was on birth control. It's literally all of that. And like, just because some people have been on similar journeys and got their period back super fast, it's taken longer, whatever. It is what it is, and I want to share that because I don't think that there should be any shame or guilt in it. But I am where I am because of what I've put myself and my body through as well. And so to save anybody from that, to not keep dieting, to not keep pushing their body into the ground, and to also realize that like our bodies are so resilient, but like if we want to live a longer, healthier life, it doesn't mean that you have to be like your tiniest, but you can be like your leanest, your strongest, have your most muscle and least amount of body fat, still be healthy, still have a period. And I want to be able to show that. I want to be able to show how that's possible. But for me right now, having to be in this phase, having more body fat, being uncomfortable, eating more, working out less, like, it's just part of it. It's just part of the journey. And I never thought I could actually do that. Like, I never thought I could be here and be doing this, but like, I know that that's setting me up so much for the future. And I want to be able to share that process, but I don't want to have shame and guilt around it anymore. And I want to also put out into the world that like, I am healed and I'm going to get through this, and everybody else will as well. Whatever you're going through, even if it's not the same exact thing, you're going to get through it, and we will together. I appreciate you if you watched till now, and also just being a part of my journey. And I hope that you also just don't feel alone in yours. I'm always here to help. I work with so many women in their journeys as well, but like, I support everyone, even if it's not in coaching or whatever. Like, I'm here for you. So if you ever need anything, please feel free to reach out. Instagram is probably the best way, so I'll link that below. But I love you, and I will see you in the next one.